For Wall Street Media, this is Marley. I'm here with Doug, and we'll help you make money in the stock market with information you can't get anywhere else.
Hey guys, we've got some good stuff here,
We do.
right?
We have a great
Scottish fellow. You know, I always tease
Listen
Perry
very carefully.
from Covester. We ought to have subtitles for the Brits. But this guy talks about some cool stuff that they're doing with the biofuels,
Very
right? Cool. And he mentions our buddy Richard Branson.
And he does.
And Branson said he would buy all they could make.
Yeah, if you make it, we will buy it all, was the quote. So, I mean, good for them.
The field of dreams.
Here it is. We have Merritt Kerr, who's the EVP and CFO of Rentech. Their ticker is RTK. Details the company's product demonstration unit in Colorado, which will also serve as a training center for operators, as well as its first commercial synthetic fuels facility in the U.S., with the Adams County, Mississippi site purchasing occurring as early as April 1st.
Product demonstration unit I talked about. Here's a picture of it. It's in Sand Creek, just outside Denver, Colorado. As the first plant, we will use it to do a variety of feedstocks. Initially, we will run it on natural gas, and then we'll quickly move to use other feedstocks as well. It's also an ideal training center for the operators. We have very much built a small-scale, fully operating plant. It actually has more controls on it than you would have in a full-scale plant, because we'll be doing online gas testing, etc. But the control center and everything has been built as if we were building a full-scale commercial plant. The first commercial plant I talked about is in Adams County, Mississippi, just outside of Natchez. We're going to look to build it in 2 phases, about a 1,600 barrel per day plant initially. It's fair to note that at 1,600 barrels per day and $450 million, this is not the scale you would want to build it at. The economics are not particularly strong at this point. It's very much seen as a stepping stone, as a first phase to get to phase 2. Once you get to phase 2, the kind of 25,000 plus barrels per day is the scale that you want to get to on this type of technology in order to be able to take advantage of the economies of scale. The site is ideally located for product distribution, feedstock access, and of course, most importantly, it has the CO2 solution. The site purchase, we're looking to have that done in the near future. Maybe not necessarily April 1st, but certainly soon. We do have exclusive right to the site right now. We are going to co-feed the petcoke with the biomass, and as I mentioned, we have the CO2. And we also have an inducement for $2.75 billion of bonds from the state of Mississippi, a mixture of tax-exempt and taxable bonds to help finance the project.
Hey guys, let me tell you something. Well, we know Richard Branson, and he's a star, super cool guy, right? And he's a freaking business star. Okay.
And he always stands by his word.
He does what he says he'll do. They flew the jet over either last week or the week before from the UK that was using a percentage of synthetic biofuels, right? Now, I saw an earlier article, I think from my buddies at Reuters, that was talking about Branson said he'll buy everything these guys can make.
Yep.
Right?
Them and Selena, who's their partner.
Right, and then they said something, though, that like the U.S. airlines are more concerned about survival and not able to focus on the CO2 emissions.
Yeah, U.S. Air seems to be the only one that's developing their
but Branson's always ahead of everybody else. That's probably why he's a billionaire, and they're going to bankruptcy court. You know, super good stuff. This is a very interesting one to look into and do some research on, right? Very low stock price, 90 cents a share today, gang. So you can buy oodles of it. They trade like 900,000 shares a day, according to Yahoo. And if they're working with Branson, we love him, man. He's a guy of his word, and he's a visionary.
And they just announced an initiative just 2 weeks ago, I think, to convert garbage to synthetic biofuel.
Yeah.
So if they can go through with that, I mean, that would be a huge industry.
Yeah. Hey, you know, early days, and these are the risky days, but that's also when you get the big returns, right?
Yeah. If you want to watch the entire webcast, you can go to wsw.com/webcast/WSAF6.
Super. This is one to think about, people.
Definitely. We're here every day at Wall Street Media. You can find us at WSMCO.com. Thanks for joining us.